Good evening and welcome to the Joffle Breakdown. I'm Jeff and this is my co-host Gus. How you going, Gus?
Yeah, good thanks, Jeff. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, it's good to be here, mate. We've got a big week ahead of us and a big week just been. First of all, the topic we're going to jump straight into is Chisel Kings. Have the least amount of points scored against them in the league? Whoops, meant to say least points scored. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Yeah, well, least amount of points is funny you say that. Full disclaimer that everything now, statistic-wise, will not include the bottom two sides because they are by far...
Just don't include them, guys.
Yeah, no.
You just won't go there.
Yeah.
So anyway. So we've got the Chisel Kings coming up against the big powerhouse Blue Balls. Are they finally going to get relieved, Gus?
Yeah, well, not too sure. I don't think Tritter's really put up that many points as we just talked about, and Blue Balls is looking pretty good.
They are. But if there's anyone that's going to shock the world, it might be the Chisel Kings. It's the Blue Balls. They're obviously the best scorer in the league. Attack. But they also got the second best defense.
Yeah, they've been very good. They've got the most amount of points by 400 points, but their defense has held up pretty good with only 6,800, 900 points against. But I tell you what, undefeated. They've got the best defense with only 6,700 against them.
Tell you what, Nick's got those boys, tightly wound. They've got a tight ship there.
Yeah, if anyone could potentially knock off the Blue Balls later in the year, I reckon undefeated will give them a good crack.
Not a bad tip, Gus. Not a bad tip. All right, we are going to head into our first ad break of the night, and then we'll be back with the Joff's Jets coach, Joff.
See you in a minute. Welcome, Jeff, to this week's press conference. Give us your thoughts.
Obviously not the result we're after, but we look to next week and we try to bounce back.
And what do you think caused this week's loss?
Well, Gus, I think we just had too many passengers, and no one really wanted to step up to the plate and hit that home run for us, and we only lost by a fine margin. And when it comes down to, these hairline margins, we just really need just one person or two people to step up and just get the job done for us.
Well, speaking on the passengers, who's top of the, list that you want to look to move on?
Yeah, well, mate, don't think anyone's really safe at the moment because, it's a tight league. I don't think there's that many wins between, top and bottom. I mean, obviously, other than Blue Balls being that powerhouse and then the bottom two, who I won't mention. But, look, no one's safe at the moment, and if there's the right deal, we'll take it.
So all other coaches should be looking for you to trade?
Yeah, everyone except for Hull City, they offer some shit trades.
Thanks, Jeff. We'll look forward to seeing how you go next week.
Thanks.
Well, wasn't that something from the coach of the Joff's Jets there?
He looked like he just wanted to explode, didn't he, mate?
I know.
He looks like a scary, scary man as well.
I know. If he had a bit more size on him, I'd be terrified.
I think he's got some plenty of size. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Trade rumours. Obviously, we just heard Jeff from Joff's Jets, talk. No one's safe. I think that, and he's right, it's a tight league. It can come down to these small trades that can just change anything, mate. You got any points on anyone you reckon will be looking to trade anyone? Yeah,
well, I think a lot of people overvalue their own team, and I think coaches around the league need to kind of look elsewhere and see that there are other valuable players out there, and not overvalue the players you have. Luke Hull in particular, he's probably devaluing every other player in the league except for his own. Yeah, right. He's got plenty of talent on that bench, doesn't he? Well, yeah, I don't know. And speaking of talent on the bench, we look to our favourite segment, and that's most bench points / shittest coach of the week.
Shittest coach of the week. Well, I'll tell you what, there's been some contenders. Josh Jets put up some numbers, but I think the cake was it Hull City in the end with that numbers? I don't think we have the exact number in front of us, which we probably should. But
I think it was up close to maybe
Yeah,
500, probably over the 500
4.
mark. And maybe that's why he wants to trade away all his players, because if you don't have points on the bench, well, you can look like a shit. You don't look like you're as shit of a coach as you
Yeah,
are.
because he got the loss this week, didn't he?
He did, and it looks terrible when you got all these bench
A couple
points.
little
So
changes and...
he trades them all away, then he looks a lot better of a coach.
That's right. And honourable mention in the points from the bench is unfortunately going to bring up one of those shit 2 teams, and that's D's Nuts having Darcy Moore on the bench, scored 147, Gus.
I believe it's Dylan Moore.
Dylan Moore,
From
yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah, easy gun.
Yeah, Darcy Moore had a...
Darcy Moore, sorry, yeah, mate. Brain fuck, that's right.
No, that's all right. But yeah, I know, and that's what separates the top 8 from the bottom 2.
Well, if they're going to climb out of those bottom 2, they've got to not be having 147
and we
points
did
on the
see
bench, don't they?
we did see Asperger's who were looking to trade away their own coach themselves.
Yeah.
They failed to field a full team, and they didn't actually lose that by that much to the Trizz's
Chisel Kings. Yeah.
But if I know we weren't going to speak about those 2 shit coaches, but if we look back a week, Massey looking to get these Nuts looking to get their first win on the board against Asperger's, and then both in not good form.
Yeah, you'd think this is a big opportunity.
One of them could get a win here when they don't normally.
Yeah.
What happened, John?
Draw. First draw of the season. I think it'll be the only draw of the season because I think neither of these teams are going to win any more than one game, Gus.
920 points each.
Yikes.
And they can't even get the job done against each other. So
that is shocking. All right, well, we're going to go to an ad break. And after the ad break, we'll have our team of the week and our Joff's and Gus's tips. Gus, take it away.
Yes, team of the week. Very impressive performance put together by Brett Ratton, who's sitting second on the table.
Coach Jake's doing a really good job there.
Put up a whopping score, and it was very impressive. And just behind him, who actually was playing him, unfortunately, but it's a week-by-week format, so you just got to win what's in front of you.
That's it.
And that goes to Farms. Now, what have you made of Farms' season so far?
Yeah, look, his shit form's been about as good as his shit name, and I think they can afford to lift. But, again, he's actually doing all right. Mosing around that middle table mark, and he's one of the guys on 3 and 4. There's lots of them, and one of these guys can snatch up one of those final spots with a couple wins.
That's it, and he's had he got off to a good start, and then he's been 1 and 4 over the last 5 weeks, and I think that has to do with his name. I think it's terrible, and I'm petitioning right here that we now refer to his team as Fuckface.
Fuckface it is. I'm all for it.
All right, beautiful.
Now on to the tips.
All right, so Stringer's Sausage or Hull City, they take on each other to kick off round 8.
Yeah, look, that's a tight one. I think Sausages get it done.
I'm in full agreement with you there. I think the Sausages, Essendon, how good a form they are in, and they've got a lot of Essendon boys. And so they're just going to continually rack up the points because we're winning lots of games.
We're getting lots of super coaches, but not lots of wins.
Yeah, this game will big time come down to Hull City's coaching, and if we know Hull City, we know it's going to be bad. Yeah. So Sausages all the way. And up next, the Josh Jets take on Asperger's.
Yeah, look, it's going to be a big win for the Jets. I think a needed win.
Absolutely. I'm all on board the Jets here. We're going to have a little bit of a competition for who can see how many people get the tips right. Well, between the two of us by the end of the year, but. So I'm going to be on the Josh Jets this one. I can't see you losing that.
No.
Undefeated versus Fuckface.
That's a tight game. Look, undefeated. Coach Nick's got them tightly, wound. That defense is tight. I think they're going to get it done. Even though Farms did get a big score this week, I just think Nick and the boys get it done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a bit of momentum here, and Farms has put up a great score there. So, fuckface.
Fuckface.
Who is Farms?
Who
Don't
is
know.
Farms?
He's just a fuckface.
Yeah.
So fuckface. I'm gonna say he's gonna take the chocolates there.
Yeah.
Next up, Blue Balls versus Chiseled Kings. We spoke a little bit about that game earlier, but who do you see taking that out?
I can't see the Blue Balls losing this one. I don't actually know if they're going to lose until they get some injuries. I can't see them losing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Blue Balls, as we talked about, most points, not many points against. Chisel's getting lucky. He's lucky
Very,
he played
very lucky, man.
a team that had 2 less players than he did on the last week and didn't even put up 1,000 points.
He's pretty pathetic.
So, speaking about teams who haven't ever put up 1,000 points, D's Nuts versus Brett Ratton.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? It's got to be the Brett Rats.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully, D's Nuts could make it competitive, but
I can't see it happening, guys. I just can't see it happening, mate.
Could be a long year for D's Nuts.
Yeah. And that takes us to the end of the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.